You, me, and a whole lot of Pokemon. What happens next? Anybody's guess. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. We are hours away from the best day a Pokemon fan can have, and that is Pokemon Day, February 27th, where we find out everything they've been cooking up over at the Pokemon Company and see the newest, latest, greatest for the video games. I think this one is going to be super awesome, specifically because they just did the whole Game Boy Advance edition to Nintendo Switch Online. But hype aside, I am live streaming the event tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. Pacific, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. There's a link in the description. I'd love for you to join me. And while you're clicking links, check out the Lexar Play card. All right, this is the best memory card for Nintendo Switch. So when they announce all the Pokemon games, you got a place to store all your Pokemons, every single box of them on this memory card. They come all the way up to 1 terabyte in size, which is gigantic, the only memory card you'll ever need. Make sure to click the link in the description down below to check them out. Every time we do, it helps support the channel, helps support what I do, and it helps support these leaks brought to you by the internet. Now, we got 2 interesting leaks to talk about, and I want to see which of these you guys prefer for tomorrow's show. All right, so we have 2 leaks, 2 sets of show notes for what's going to be unveiled tomorrow. These both just popped up earlier today, and I wanted to go over them, and let's see, we'll find out in a few hours, but right now, this could be the future of Pokemon. All right, we're going to go with the first one first, which is right here, okay? Starts off with a 30-second clip showing 27 years of Pokemon history. Now, keep in mind, take these with a grain of salt, these just pop up. But I will say, things with Pokemon have popped up and then been accurate before. We've seen it a lot this era, the past couple of gens, where things are like, oh, said, and then ta-da, pretty darn accurate. And some things are very likely. Like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC is likely. So when they talk about that here, it could be. So Ishihara says, thanks for loving the Pokemon franchise for so long. New information on Pokemon Unite, including some promos and Meowscarada being added to the game. Nice little cat Pokemon with some green in there. Pokemon Go is having a Gimmighoul coin boost event in March. Pokemon Masters, and then here's where things start to get real interesting. All right, this leak says that Red, Blue, and Yellow will be added to Nintendo Switch Online on March 15th. Gold, Silver, Crystal added on April 21st, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, May 22nd. Now, either Nintendo is just opening the bag and going to be real generous, or this is totally fake. Because giving us the different gens in order like that, month by month by month, is pretty freaking sweet. And putting all the versions on there, it seems like that's a fan's dream. It's unlikely that Nintendo and Pokemon Company do it this well, which this is where I start to think, maybe this isn't the real truth. I don't know that they would put all of them out in such quick succession. I feel like maybe 2023 is Red, Blue, Yellow. 2024, I feel like it's going to be very spread out. Anyways, moving along. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Remix and Remaster, January 19th, 2024. So they're using the January slot that they used for Legends Arceus. Okay. Pokemon Scarlet Violet Ancient Passage DLC and Cyber Sphere DLC release on July 14th and October 20th. Now, I don't remember if they had the set date when they announced Sword and Shield, but typically when they announce DLC, typically they would give the first date and then they would say fall 2023. They wouldn't really say July 14th and October 20th. It's a little too far off, I believe, for them to give a specific date, and I feel like that second DLC would be unveiled at the September Direct. That's what they would give you, hey, it's coming October 20th. So that confuses me a bit. Then they get even more specific and say that there's 23 new Pokemon in the DLC, 10 new trainers, 4 items, Area 0, Luxury Competition Island, a BZ Island, plus more. It's very, very specific, and I don't know how they'd have the information. Also, 4 items. Where are these items? They got a list of 4 items. The big highlights here, obviously, are the DLC, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Remix, and then just an onslaught of retro, or well, not really retro, but past titles. Are they retro? Is Game Boy's retro at this point? Retro Pokemon games being added to Switch Online. Now, I've saved the best for last because this one, to me, seems more plausible. Okay, seems more likely. This first one, they start off good, but you lose me when you say they're just unloading 9 Pokemon games in the next 3 months. You lose me when you say that they have a specific date already for Scarlet Violet DLC 2, and you lose me when you have such specificity We didn't even mention the bottom point, which is new Pokemon game November 2023, only hint, no image, and a new Pokemon game after DLC in October, but before Pokemon Mystery Dungeon just seems like a lot. Also, no mention of Detective Pikachu, no mention of Pokemon Sleep, but a new game apparently. That's just too good to be true, and also just too specific. This one right here, though, I do like a lot. All right, so let's move to the second leak, and we will talk about this one. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers DX. Remake of Explorers of Time, Darkness, Sky. Demo available. Comes out March 23rd. Or maybe the demo is available March 23rd, because I don't think this game comes out March 23rd. The demo comes out March 23rd. So that'd be a demo next month. Okay, that seems plausible. And going in and remaking those Mystery Dungeon games seems like something. I mean, Mystery Dungeon is an easy pick because we did see in the website files, it's like, oh, hey, looks like they're going to be making a new Mystery Dungeon game. Detective Pikachu Returns, sequel to Detective Pikachu game, downloadable episodic cases, summer 23. This is an interesting way to go about it. So it's not a cartridge game, it's just downloadable cases. So they're going to charge for like a season pass or charge individually, and it comes out this summer. I wonder if Nintendo would do a Pokemon game where they don't have an in-store release. That seems a little odd to me, but never say never. Maybe the project has gotten just weird over the years. Pokemon Cafe Remix gets the Paldean starters added. Pokemon Unite gets Zacian available to play in Pokemon Unite. Go gets a new Gimmighoul event. NSO. Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow are added day and date, right there. Dropped after the Pokemon Presents onto Switch Online. Still a lot of Pokemon. Red, Blue, Yellow, still a lot, but I could see them doing that. Says the Game Boy games are also available to buy separately, which that sounds like a money-making move that Nintendo would love for Pokemon Company and them to make. Where, hey, you can subscribe to Switch Online, or for $10, you can just go buy Pokemon Red. Or for $10, you can go buy Pokemon Yellow. Working on Pokemon Stadium and home compatibility, and we've seen that because on the Japanese site, they removed mention of like, oh, you're not going to be able to transfer Pokemon. Like, it doesn't say that anymore. So this follows a narrative. This makes a lot of sense. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet get a 7-star raid of Surfing Pikachu and Hisuian Decidueye. And then there's actually two big things. The one big thing is Scarlet and Violet DLC is the Holiday Tour Pass. The Golden City and the World Awakens, Wishes and Adventures, June 23rd and November 23rd. Again with the specific dates. Explore northeastern Paldea, where a land of bounty awaits. We know that the northeastern region has been like mysterious for a while. What's it connect to? Does it connect to anything? Is it a link to past areas from previous gens? Hunt the Mirages, Storm Chaser, and Iron Sickle. Soothe the restless Terrascalpa, the sublime Pokemon. So we got obviously some new forms, we got some new Pokemon, and it's all going to be in the northeastern corner. This sounds very plausible, save for that specific date. I don't know. The specific date just gets me sometimes. This one, though, goes a step further and says there's a brand new Pokemon game called Pokemon Electrum. Very unique title. It's basically a new Pokemon Let's Go, but they're ditching the Let's Go branding. So this would be a new concept, 2.5D reimagining of the Johto games, spring 2024. So this is, instead of Let's Go Johto, instead of Gold and Silver getting the Let's Go treatment, this is Gold and Silver getting a brand new split, right? So we have like the Diamond and Pearl Chibi style, we have the Let's Go style, we have the Arceus style, we have the Gen 9 style, and this is now introducing another multiverse where it's 2.5D. Very interesting. It sounds like it would be very cool, but again, deviating from the Pokemon Let's Go brand when you've already established that, and those games did super well. Like, they didn't do Scarlet Violet numbers, but they did super well. I don't know if there's a need for a reset or a refresh. And Electrum just seems weird. I know Scarlet and Violet and, Sun and Moon, but this would just be a individual release. And typically, they have referenced heavily the past games, like Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, even though those don't say Red and Blue, like they're tying into original fan favorite Pokemon. Pokemon Electrum, first of all, it sounds like it's like a symphonic game, where at least Electabuzz is reigning supreme. I don't know. This one has me all the way until Electrum. And it's not even the new concept, the 2.5D. I think that would be a quirky decision, but we've seen Pokemon be willing to experiment and wanting to try different things, so that is plausible. The name just, I don't know. Pokemon doesn't usually make strange words like that. We've got like Let's Go, Legends, like Cafe, Unite, Detective. Like they don't. Pokemon Electrum, it would be probably the weirdest name since Gale of Darkness. That just rubs me the wrong way. I do like the idea of Storm Chaser and Iron Sickle though. Those sound really fun. And I do like them dropping Red, Blue, and Yellow right away. I personally think that something will get added to Switch Online from the Pokemon universe tomorrow. Whether that's Pokemon Pinball, the trading card game, Red, Blue, Yellow, all of it, I don't know. But I really think they will make an addition. And then I think they're going to really roll them out slowly. I think they know what they have in the Pokemon franchise, and those are aces up their sleeve for whenever there's a dull month. They can drop those on to the GBA and GB service and know that, hey, we're hitting a home run because we've got Pokemon coming back portably to Switch for everyone to play. DLC, I think, a summer release and a fall release make perfect sense. They're not really trying to reinvent the wheel. These DLC leaks or predictions, rumors are pretty par for the course, and I think they could be real. Honestly, either of them or none of them, but I think DLC is going to happen tomorrow. I do think we'll get a new game. It seems like Mystery Dungeon is going to be at least one of them. In terms of what else, do they want to do Detective Pikachu? Do they want to do a Pokken Tournament 2? Do they have something for the Johto games? If you're going to have Scarlet and Violet DLC in the fall like this, if you're going to be, slowly rolling out the Nintendo Switch Online releases, I don't know what they put out this year. Notice that both of these leaks indicate that the Mystery Dungeon game is still a ways off. This one has Detective Pikachu coming in this summer. The last one has Mystery Dungeon returning in January. Will Nintendo go a whole year without a Pokemon game? And they have the DLC, yes. They could have the Switch Online. If they sell the Game Boy game separately, I guess that's a money-making scheme. But part of me does think there will be a holiday Pokemon game because they just kind of have Pokemon all the time. Or maybe it'll be like an early fall, like a September launch of a spin-off. I don't know. I'll predict that the Mystery Dungeon game is going to release this year in the fall before the Scarlet and Violet DLC sort of cap ends the year. And if they tease anything, it'll be for well off in the future. We'll get some NSO editions. We'll see the DLC. We'll see some new Pokemon. We'll get all the updates on the stuff that we're like, get through it. You only have 20 minutes, Cafe, Unite, Go, all that. But some people are excited about it. And I think it'll be a fun show. So please join me. It'll be bright and early. Get your pajamas, grab a coffee or something, and let's hang out and see what is coming up for the future Pokemon on Switch. Let me know which of these leaks you prefer, if you believe any of them, or if you think it's going to be nothing like this. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. Love you so much. SwitchForce out.